Hello and welcome to the Strategy, Sales and Systems podcast. I'm Dani Louise Smith, business consultant, mentor and the Queen of Business Organisation. And this podcast is for service-based business owners who want to make consistent income without burning themselves out. Here we focus on income producing activities, and it's built around simple strategy, supportive sales and organised systems that actually work when life is unpredictable. We're not here for hustle culture and not doing all the things, just clear strategy, sustainable sales and systems that support you, not drain you. And if you're ready to grow your business in a way that feels calm, intentional and aligned with the real life, then you're in the right place. So let's get into today's episode. It's rare I have a guest, but we have the lovely Alice Potter here, and we're going to be talking about the return of investment of confidence in business. But before we talk about it, we have to hear an introduction. Alice, do you want to grace everybody with your presence and tell everybody who you are?
Yeah, of course. So my name's Alice Potter. I'm an award-winning social media confidence coach, and I am really passionate about getting as many businesses as I can online so people can see them. The two biggest things that I say for everyone in business needs to be on social media, and they need to also be doing face-to-face networking, because we are our business, we are our brand, and there are people that are our ideal clients in rooms that we need to be in, and there are so many ideal clients that are doom scrolling on their phones with pain points that we can fix. And the best way that we can do that is not by creating content that looks like everybody else's, by using our own unique voice and our own unique beautiful quirks and showcasing them to the world. So that is the work that I do, and I absolutely love it.
And you truly do as well, and you do it very different to the typical social media coach, don't you? Do you want to tell us how you capture people's essence and bring that into their content? Because you do it in so many different ways, and it's great.
I think the thing about confidence, and it wraps around everything that I do, but it's about creating a safe space for your client. You know, and the people that I work with, sometimes I'll shoot content with people that have never spoken to camera before.
Yeah.
And for me, when I'm filming and working with clients, the biggest thing is if they're not comfortable, I won't be filming. So lots of people, they just see the finished product. They see the finished product, they see the end of the day results. And, when I'm talking to people, I'll go, oh, we can film 24 reels in a day. They're like, can we? And I'm like, we can, and we will, and it will look and feel and sound like you. But they don't see me lying on the floor for 45 minutes with a client who's got ADHD who needs to ground. They don't see me putting screamo music on for a client because we're going to shake all the energy out of our bodies. They don't see all the outtakes in between of me saying, you look so beautiful, you look amazing, like, oh my god, the lighting's beautiful, like, you look, oh, and like, when you finish this shot, I'm going to show you because it looks amazing, like, like, and that's it. It's not just holding a camera or holding a phone and shooting. It's so much more than that. It's how you make people feel. It's how you make people feel safe, and that is the benefit that I know I can create for the clients that I work with, and that is what sets me apart. It's not just a come deliver a service. And when I speak on stages, something that I usually open or close with is I say that my job is to leave people better than I found them. And that really is, it's letting people feel seen, it's letting people feel safe and actually express themselves in a way that feels comfortable for them. So for me, that is the biggest thing that I get from working with people. And then when you see the content, it speaks for itself, because it's that person. It's not this cut and paste system. Everyone is unique. Everyone's experience is different.
I feel like as well, when you do that, like the way they feel during capturing content, whatever that looks like, when it actually comes into being on your social media, that boosts your confidence as well, doesn't it? I've been on a bit of like a confidence journey over the last year, unintentionally, but I hired for the first time a photographer and a content creator, and I had the photographer, we did shoots, so it was meant to be one every month, but 2 of them unfortunately I didn't end up doing, but for the rest of the time I did. I still ended up with 12 somehow, but yeah, so I did loads of shoots, and that was photos, and then I can't remember how many, but I've had quite a few content capturing sessions as well. For anyone that doesn't know, the difference is that content, it's more geared for social media. So whereas I do take my images and I use them for my social media, we'll shoot in a different way that really captures for like reels. And I capture all sorts. I capture me doing normal things that I might do on a day-to-day basis. I've captured stuff branding focused. I've captured events. And actually, we've got Alice. You are capturing Innovation Celebration 2026.
I am. So
You're
excited.
speaking.
I know. Double whammy. I love it.
No,
I'm
I'm
so excited.
But also, it brings me to what I wanted to speak to you about next, because doing all of that, like speaking up, you've spoken on quite a lot of stages and are speaking on a lot of stages at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that takes confidence in itself. So
Yeah.
would you reckon that the confidence work starts first with the content you put on social media for you to be able to get on so many stages?
I think so, yeah. And, you know, I spoke on a stage a few weeks ago and I explained, oh, it was last week. And on my slide, on my slide deck, I said, this time 2 years ago, January 2024, I launched paid services and not one single person in this room knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I walked into the room today and at least half the people did.
Yeah.
And that is, lots of people will say to me, well, these people have been doing it longer than me. Now, this isn't me saying, in order for me to launch my business, I created a personal brand online, worked with brands, wrote a blog for 10 years. I built this skill set. And the confidence to actually be able to start the business was the hardest thing to find, because that was a real journey within itself. But I'm very much a person now where if people think I can't do something, I'm like, well, bloody watch me try. Let me do it. I love doing things that feel a little bit scary. I love pushing myself out of my comfort zone because I understand what that fear feels like. And the big thing for me is I also understand what comes on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And my business journey, lots of people will say, you've done a lot, you've managed to do a lot of growth in 2 years, but it's been intentional because I spent a good couple of years where I really was lost in myself and I didn't really feel like I had much purpose. And, you know, and a lot of the clients that I work with, a lot of people that will speak to me now, they'll see me speaking on stages or they'll see me talking on camera and they'll go, oh, it's all right for you, Al, because you're really confident.
Yeah.
But there was so much that had to happen in order for me to get to the point where I'm at now. It's a journey, it's a process.
I so resonate with that because
yeah,
I've had it from clients and I've had it from, like, I go to the spa a lot. I know I talk about it a lot and everybody's probably sick of hearing me about it.
I'm just jealous of you going to the spa, to be honest.
But there's a guy there and we talked about confidence in particular. He's a business owner himself, like many business owners. And it was a really interesting conversation because, like, he sees me doing what I do, like coming on camera a lot, speaking in front of people, and he's like, oh, she's really confident. And people think I am, and I am, but I didn't start there. Like, if I look back at some of my old videos, they come up on memories on Facebook, and I cringe. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. But the thing is, you don't improve by avoiding it. You improve by doing it and trying it. And I had to kind of remind myself of that in a different situation around going to the gym, which is totally different. And this is how this conversation came up, because we were sat in the hot tub, we're talking, and I'm like, I really want to get back into strength training, but I just feel like I've lost my confidence to go in the gym. And he went, you've what? I went, I've lost my confidence. He went, are you joking me? You put your body stood up in front of like so many people and you just talk and like, but you're not confident to walk into a gym. And I'm like, oh, you've got a point. And we do have it in different areas, whether it is putting your face on camera, doing the sales tasks, or whatever brings that fear up. It's fear turned into confidence, isn't it, I think?
I always say to people, you can't fail at something unless you tried it 100 times.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think I saw it maybe a year or so ago, and it's so true. Like, I always say as well, if you go on to people who are creators, who you class as confident people, I guarantee if you scroll to the bottom of their grid and looked at their first few videos and their first few tries, and it gets better over time. But also as well, like, it's like like talking about gym, it's like any muscle, you've got to flex it to keep it going. You've got to find that consistency.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for me as well, I will openly, I'll talk on stages, I'll talk on camera, all of that stuff. Do I want to do that every single day? Absolutely not. I have days where I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like that. And for me, I always think you have to be in the right frame of mind to do it. And a lot of people, they go to create video content out of panic. But you
Yeah.
can read it on their faces. You can read it from their expression. You can see when they're reading something off a screen and their eyes are like this, and you're thinking, you you were not in the right frame of mind to even start that task. I say to people, it's better for you to choose a day where you've been somewhere. You've already been somewhere for your business, so you've had to get up, get ready. You've had to do all of that hard bit beforehand, because everyone goes, oh, I'll have to make myself look nice. Well, if you've been to a networking event, film it when you get home.
Yeah.
Do it
And you
in
make it
those
just feel
scenarios.
great.
Because if you wake up in the morning, you're laid in bed going, oh, I need to film that content. Oh, God, well, I need to find something to wear. I need to wash my hair. I need to figure out what I'm going to do, what's going to make me feel good. When actually, the best times to start is after you've come back from somewhere where you've been representing your business and you feel good.
Yeah, 100%. There's two stories going in my head now. So one is like, when I used to go, I would, before I had someone capture photos of me, because I didn't have a lot where I looked nice, because I wear makeup more than I used to do.
Yeah.
I've got some on today, but my eyes are really badly reacting to it. So hopefully I look okay. I think I look alright, but
Me
geez,
too.
it's stinging. But I kind of wear makeup more now, do my hair a lot more and stuff, but I didn't used to, and so I never felt camera ready almost.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I was like, oh, I just don't have nice photos, because we're never told you take photos all the time because you're going to need these for your business. So what I did was, when we went to a family wedding, a christening, a birthday party, and I'd made the effort into making my hair and my face look really nice, and I was wearing my favourite outfits, usually in my favourite colours, which are my brand. I'd be going to my husband, I'd make sure I get ready 15 minutes earlier, and I'd be getting my husband, dragging him in here into my office or somewhere with nice light in the living room, and telling the kids to be quiet for 5 minutes, and he'd just snap loads of... He's not the best photographer, bless him, but before I could afford to invest in someone, it
Yeah,
was really helpful to capture me and who I am,
absolutely.
and I was dressed up and I was feeling good. And it brings me back to what you were saying not long ago about people don't see when you're doing those stuff with clients, like to ground them or screamo music. It's because it shifts your energy, doesn't it? So then the content that you create, like, that's the return of investment of the confidence, isn't it? It's going from
Yes.
that energetic place to that energetic place where it's completely different. The return and the outcome that you get is so different.
It is. And you can't, it's interesting as well, because confidence is available for all of us. It's free. We all have it, we all possess it. But when you have it and you start to use it, it becomes the most expensive like thing in your toolkit.
Yeah.
Because when you have the confidence, you present yourself better, you feel more comfortable, you raise your hand for more stuff. You say, "Oh, I'll do that. That feels scary, but I'll do it." You put yourself forward for stuff, and that is the return on investment of confidence. It's free, it's affordable to us all, but it's also the most expensive thing you can have, and the thing that can really elevate you. Because when you have confidence, you're not looking at what other people are doing. You're in your own lane because you're confident in who you are and what your message is. I was speaking to a lady yesterday about competitors, okay? And people say this to me a lot, like, "Oh, you're competitors." I don't see anyone as a competitor
Yeah.
because they're not me, and that's fine. And I could speak to a client and we may not be aligned, and that's absolutely okay. But also, when people ask you about your competitors, in your head, who you think your competitors are, the person that's asking you won't know who half of those people are,
Oh,
and
yeah.
will have other people in their head that you have no idea who they are. So it's all about perception as well. Who you think your competitors are, somebody else might not even know they exist. So it's always you against you, always.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the best way to be.
I believe that 100%, and I feel like people make things competitive when they choose to make it competitive, and like
Yeah.
I always say, like, collaboration over competition. And when you see things that way and how we can support each other, not only does it obviously help you grow, but it's, rather than the visibility and outside kind of perspective of growth, it helps in here.
Yeah.
Because if you can get yourself to a place, and I'm not going to lie, I've not completely mastered that, but getting yourself to a place where you can just think, this is me, this is what I'm doing. And actually, I feel like this pivotal moment, I like to keep things real on here, and I feel like that's what I've sort of been going through recently, is really leaning harder into who I am, what I want to do, because, and I've started talking about it more, because I don't want, for example, my clients to create a strategy based off what my strategy is. If they ask about mine, I'll share it, and I love to share it. They'll probably vouch for me on this, but it's about making sure that it matches your energy, your strengths, your business, because otherwise, actually, it's going to weaken your growth. And I think it's really sad that people do just do what others are doing because the competitors are doing it, and because they're watching everybody else. Like, I love a trend. Actually, I don't love a trend that much. Trends are great because they can help you get visible. However, sometimes people get so caught up in what's popular and what's trending that they're forgetting who they are behind it. And I'm seeing right now, this is so relevant, isn't it? I'm seeing a lot of this.
I remember when the Coldplay concert happened, right, and all of the posts that were going on about it. And there was a girl that I follow online, and she said she'd done a post that said, if you've done a piece of, if your business has done a piece of content around this Coldplay couple, this is what it tells me about your strategy. And you swiped across and it said, you don't fucking have one.
Ah, I love that.
And I was like, yes.
And I will love that, because I didn't do a Coldplay piece of
Neither
content.
Neither did I. So, like, trends are trends. You don't have to jump on every single one of them. We've just had it at Christmas. Did you see did you do the AI Christmas candy cane trend?
So I did it, but I didn't post it.
Okay, so I didn't do it, and I also didn't do the Barbie doll in a box AI trend either. I saw everybody doing it, but also as well, it's like, if you're not one of the first people to jump onto it, you then start to become, oh God, I'm bloody sick of seeing that trend.
Yeah.
Unless you can jump on that quick, I feel like the moment's gone anyway.
I do agree.
It's got to be reactive. I always say to clients that work with me, whether it's, you know, talking on stage or a masterclass, or someone that works with me for a longer period of time, I always say, you know, your editors need to come in now, because I've forgotten what I was going to say. Complete ADHD brain fart there. I always say, what? What was it? What was I going to say? Oh my God, it's just gone. I'm sorry.
It might come back. Well, I've got something to share.
Okay, there you go then.
Me of around trends, because I don't really jump on a lot of trends, and I think the reason I've done it is because I've always liked being unique, and I liked being different. Like, I like different names. My kids have all got like older names. I know they're trendy now. I did it first, just saying. But I've never really been a trendsetter or someone that follows trends. However, I did actually kind of sort of set one at Christmas, but I set the record straight with it. So I did a vision board bingo card, and then I shared it on social media, and then loads of people were like, that's such a good idea, and then they started doing it. But I wasn't the first one to do it. If you Google it, there's like loads. People have done this a long, long time ago. It was just a girl that I saw do it, and I thought, oh, I love that idea. She'd actually listed different ways to do your vision board. That's not, because some people don't connect with a vision board. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh, and I think I have seen it before. So I did it, and I did like a little clip on Instagram, shared a post on Facebook, and a lot of people that I'm connected to started doing it. And I saw what happened where people were tagging me in their photos, sending me, I was waking up to messages of this big vision board thing, and then people who weren't even in business, who I had as friend, family and stuff, were coming to my house and showing me their vision board cards. And I was like, oh my God, this has become so much more. And it was an accidental trend, but it was off someone else's trend. But I was right at the cusp of it, because people thought it was me that created it. And I was like, I correct and always credit where I couldn't credit because I forgot, because it was such a scrolling thing. But if I can credit where it's from, I will. Like with the 2025 wraps, everyone's like, oh, I love that. Well, I got a template from Alice. Do you want it? So I started sending it to a few people.
That's right.
And so, like, things like that, like, when you get on it, it does become like people tag you and you're the one that gets the attention. But if someone's doing that now, no one's going to know about my original post of it.
No, well, it's the same with the Spotify Wrapped thing. I did it last year, and I didn't do Spotify Wrapped, but I did my like 2024 Wrapped, and I just did like some bullet points. But I remember kind of banking it, because I did some coaching, and I was talking to people about, right, what could you do for like your end of year posts, and then about a week after was when Spotify Wrapped came out, and I went, right, I'm going to do something with this. Because I did this last year for my business, but I didn't actually link it to that. So then I did, and I went away and I did it and I created it. But then I was like, but why would I not let everybody else have it too? Like, you know, why not? Like, also, I remember what I was going to say, Dani. So you can add this back on to what I was saying. I always say to people who I'm like coaching, that, oh my God, I fucking lost it again. What is wrong with me?
We need to keep this in just for a laugh.
No, I've got it. Honestly.
It's usually me, so I'm happy
unique. I'm just absolutely batty, as you can see, right? No, it's okay, I've got it. Okay, we have to be reactive, okay? So when something's happening in your industry, if it happens right there and then, and you have the capacity, maybe an hour or two, to get the information together and report on it, to position yourself as an expert in your field, great. But if it was 2 days ago, like, Instagram's got a new update, unless you're telling me the day it comes out, I've seen 40 posts about Instagram's new update, and it's actually probably nothing that's even exciting or even exhilarating in any sense, and every single post looks the exact same, and it's just boring. So for me, I will always say to people, unless you can report on something as soon as it is happening and link it to your business, and then, you know, again, people will go, oh, I learned that here, this is amazing, blah blah. I just wouldn't, like, I think it's a waste of time, because if you're trying to hop on a bandwagon, someone's probably already bloody seen it, like, and they're probably a bit tired.
Think as well, nothing's ever original, really. Like me finding
No.
It's been going on for years. It's just people had not seen it. Maybe when it last was a trend, and because I've shared it, it's circled again. But like as well, I think start your own. Like use your strength. Like I keep thinking about what I can do different in terms of organisation, because when like my team started working for me, they were like telling me to fuck off. There was like, oh my God, as if you've got it set up like this, or they like were very over the top, I think, but at how I've organised things behind the scenes. I was like, I've never seen this before, oh my God. And I was like, really? But I didn't realise how organised they were, and I'm like, how do I show that but bring something in? Like, so that's my strength. If your strength is something like, I don't know, like really quick fire ideas, or I don't know, but we have different strengths. And being able to present that can be your thing that you go and trend with. And I think we get more of a return of investment with confidence with that when it's our original ideas. That feels better than something like someone saying to me, oh, Dani, you've done this. I've actually got something coming called Growing Through It, and you're going to be invited to do it. And it's basically, it's a live series, very much like this, very relaxed, but the particular focus is on actually just showing up and talking about what's relevant, and bringing selected guests for it, because I just want to really focus on what's relevant right now, and we're all in this same place, and bring people together and see that we're growing through it together in terms of business. And I've like done this branding for it and really excited, and it's something I want to do that's just a little bit different. And when you have those ideas and it's in one of my strengths is talking, I friggin' love it. I'm talking about what I know, so I run with that. My whole strategy is based on that, and it gives me so much more confidence to do something like that and see the results of it. Like, even if it's just one nice comment versus probably the 20 people that I do know of that messaged me or tagged me when it came to the bingo card, because the bingo card wasn't my idea, but this is, and people giving me feedback on that is going to boost my confidence so much more, because it's me, and it's just me showing up as me, and that's a massive return on confidence. I'd love to know what your top tips are for building up to getting that return that people so desire, because I know there's so many people probably still listening to this and going, oh, it's all right for you because you've got lovely pink lippy, or you know, you've got a lovely warm office that you can sit and record it in with no interruptions, and we get so many barriers, but we can overcome them. But what's your biggest tips to put yourself in a position to get that return that everybody I know is chasing?
I think it's not comparing your like day one to somebody else's day 1,000. every
Yeah.
single time. We're all guilty of that in different stages of our business. There's always going to be people that we perceive that are doing better than us, and always people that we perceive are newer than us, when actually the only people that know about their businesses really are ourselves. And there are people that have run businesses for 10 years and people that have run businesses for 2 years, and you can compare the businesses and the growth can be completely different. But it depends, every business is different, so it's not about making those comparisons. I think as well, like at the start, like accountability is really important. Get a friend to do it with. Be like, right, okay, we're both going to be brave, let's be brave together. um and kind of set those accountability goals, even if it is one reel a week, one day a week. Or I always say, especially with videos, just start off talking on your stories. They're only there for 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's not super scary. Just start having a chat on your stories. You'd be surprised the conversations that come from it. But as I've said, like, and I'll always say about the video content side of things, people buy people, obviously, and we hear it all the time, but it's true. Like, it breaks the ice with people. Do you remember when we met in person?
Yeah.
Comfortably, you know exactly how I'm going to converse with you. You knew exactly how that interaction was going to be. There was no shock around it. Like, and that's the real power. And I've really felt that this last year, because I've travelled quite a lot for events and stuff, and every single event, no matter where I've been, at a random corner of a country, whether there's 10 people in a room or 600 people, there have been people in that room who've known who I am, who I had no idea knew who I was.
Yeah. It
And
was funny as well because, like, when we first met in person, it was at Big Festoon, wasn't it? And
yeah,
I knew who you were straight away. And I think the reason is because you are your brand is you. So you instantly recognise. There's nothing I hate worse than wanting to go speak to someone, but you can't figure out who they are. Whereas
yes,
with you, I could speak to you because I could see you instantly, and we ended up sat together for a bit. And it was funny because one of the girls sat with us was like, on about you, showing me like your Instagram. I'm like, she's just been sat outside of me, but she'd been upstairs and completely missed you. It was so funny because she was starting a content business and she was in early days, so she
oh
wanted to like connect with you and probably collaborate or something. Oh, it was hilarious that she'd not like she
yeah,
just missed you, but I'm sure she would have like recognised you straight away.
yeah. Well, I had. It's funny because a lot of people will ask me like, "Oh, what filters can I use to make me look nice?" I don't filter anything.
I
Okay,
don't either.
my pictures aren't filtered. It's not how I show up, because I want to show up and be recognizable, and that's not me being nasty, but it's truthful. Sometimes you can have an expectation of what somebody's going to look like, and you meet them in person and you can't be sure
Yeah.
it's them. You literally like, is that the same person? I'm not too sure. And we have to embrace, like, the unique parts of us. I was at a day a few months ago and they were doing headshots. And the photographer was like, right, come on, Alice, can we get headshots? So similar to you when talking about the gym, come get some headshots. And I was like, right, okay. I was like, just to let you know, please don't make me smile with my teeth. I'm really self-conscious about my teeth. And these women, about 6 women, all turned around and were like, what are you talking about? You've got lovely teeth. Da, 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 da. All chiming in. And I was like, oh my God, like, that's only something I think. That's my insecurity, and it's absolutely
Yeah.
fine to have it. But also, they were straight away like, I've never even looked at your teeth. What are you on about? What are you on about? And that's the thing, like, we all have unique quirks, things, little hang ups, all this kind of stuff. But also, like, and especially when it comes to showing up on camera, I will always advise people, show up in the way you would show up for a client. I don't show up for all of my clients on camera or in person in a pink power suit, a pair of heels, and a dolled up face. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen. Sometimes I can show up in my pajamas, and believe me, I can still do just as good enough of as a job, regardless of what I look like. And that's why I will post content with no makeup on. I will post content when I'm a bit knackered. I will post content sometimes when my fringe is,
Didn't you
is
do
halfway
your
up my head.
Wasn't your
You know,
Christmas series in your pajamas actually? Your pink pajamas.
yeah.
I loved it.
But yeah, but that's the thing, like, I'm not somebody that I want someone to look at my content and think that's not an
Yeah.
achievable content, because everything is shot on an iPhone. All full transparency, everything is shot on an iPhone. not even with a light. We're looking through a daylight window, okay? I always say to people, you don't want a ring light, just shoot in some daylight, okay? And like even now, I've got no makeup on besides I shoved a bit of lipstick on. 45 seconds before we started recording,
Yeah.
Dani? Literally, like, but that's the thing. You deliver to your clients. That's how you show up on camera.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't.
100%.
You don't need to set this tone of something that's not achievable because
Yeah,
people, we relate to the people that are educating us. I want to
it's
be
so
relatable.
true.
I want
It's
to be
like,
knackered off the school run and be like, oh my God, are you knackered too? Yeah, let's have a whinge about it and then let's learn some really good stuff. Like,
yeah, I think people get surprised with me. Like, I am like very colourful, and this was something that I didn't bring into my brand until a couple of years ago. But it's always been me. So when I used to work for the NHS, I used to get comments from strangers because I had like the funkiest leggings. I don't really wear them anymore because I've gone off them, but I still wear the funky colours. And I've had like different ones on every day, and I got obsessed and I collected them, and I was a brand rep, so I got like really good discount. But they were so comfy, and I just used to wear them to sit and work in, and then I go to work in them and get changed into uniform. But on the way in and on the way out, when people saw me in those leggings, there was so many comments, and I never brought it into my business. And then the moment I did, it was really interesting that people had seen me in just day to day, bump into me or whatever, and they were surprised to still see me in like bright pink, bright purple, and they were like, oh, like I think someone dropped something off once, and I was in like my bright pink dressing gown, and I'm like, oh, that's bright, isn't it? And like, it's me, it's who I am. Like, all my notebooks are pink or purple. Like, it's some of the things that I have and use. Like, my house is not actually that colourful, but I will have like bright coloured like blankets, bright coloured pillows in my bedroom, just randomly in the rest of the grey and white.
yeah.
Because everything I have, like everything is me. It's like my nails are pink actually, pink and purple, and it
Oh
is me, and I've
no.
always had that. Yeah, and like we are both pink ladies, aren't we?
Girls.
And it's something that's always been part of me. And I always say, if I'm wearing something that's not colourful, there's something wrong. I know I look very uncolourful today. It's because for a change, it's my bottom half that's bright purple. Um, normally it's normally the top half, but yeah, I say if I'm in like just grey or black, there is something wrong because I'm not myself. And I know, and I take that back to therapy I've done actually, where I once walked in and my therapist looked at me and went, "What's wrong with you?" And I went, "What do you mean?" She says, you're in all grey, you're that grey, you're blending in with my couch." And I looked down and she was so right. So it kind of triggered me to make sure I'm always me and tap
Yeah.
into myself daily, because that boosts your confidence in itself.
Absolutely. And it's funny with me in the pink. So I have my office is the front room of the house. So I have like a house with it's like an older house, so it's got like two living rooms in it. So my front room of my house is my office. It's a big baby pink room, okay? And my daughter calls it the pink room. And in there I have a little alcove and a rail, and all of my pink clothes are there. They're all there on the rail. They're not in my wardrobe upstairs with everything else. So with my joggers and my school run stuff and my gym stuff and my jeans and any of those stuff. Because for me, I really feel like when I put my pink on, it's like a uniform. It's
Yeah.
like a you're ready to go. So I have all my pink clothes and I love it. I have this little wardrobe and it's so much fun. And if I'm filming content, if I'm going out, if I'm representing my business, if I'm traveling, if I'm doing a photo shoot, everything's there visually for me to see.
Yeah.
And for me, that is that power of bringing that colour into what I do. And I find when you become a parent, you can lose yourself a little bit. And I feel
Yeah.
like I definitely did. I had a bit of an identity crisis. Um, and it's funny because me, obviously, like people in the business world, they see me and they think of pink, right? But I am dark hair, very fair skinned, okay? So my entire life, I have been in this category of, oh, she's a goth. Oh, she's an emo. Like literally my entire life, like
No.
Wednesday Addams. Yeah, and it's funny because people don't think that who know me in the business space, but that
Yeah.
was always a
I don't.
category.
Yeah. Never
That
thought
was always a category that I was put in. Um, Now I was raised on Steps, Spice Girls, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses. I have the most varied music taste you'll ever have. But when it came to my business and I wanted to launch it, like I've always been from the outside, and also people always used to say to me I had a resting bitch face, which is funny because on the outside, like the people that know me, they
Yeah,
know
you're
my
very
character.
smiley.
Cut me down the middle and a bloody marshmallows and fluff fall out, basically.
Yeah.
Say something mean, I will cry. Like I am softest little thing in the world, right? So it always makes me laugh like that. That's always this kind of box that I was put in. So when I launched my business, I was like, I want to bring this side out of me. And now, like with you, and you've known me for a couple of years now, you're shocked that I'm saying that. That's
I
the
am,
box that
yeah.
people have put me in my
It's
entire
because
life.
it's strange because I remember the first, and I've told you this before, but the first time I came across you, because of your hair, I thought Jessie J, but in pink.
Yeah.
But then someone said Lily Allen, and actually you do have a look of Lily Allen.
Yeah, I get a few of them. I mean, my boyfriend says I look like Edna Mode when I wear my glasses, and I do. It's absolutely. But I get a few like what is it? Oh, what's she called? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Also get. Oh, did you ever watch Breaking Bad? Someone
No.
said to me, "Oh my God, you look like Jesse's girlfriend who died from a heroin overdose." I get it compared to
Oh,
her.
nice.
I'm like, okay. The worst one is Joe, my boyfriend. Every time we watch Love Actually, he says I look like the bird from that just because of the hair, like the nasty one who has the affair with Alan Rickman. I'm like, no, that's not me. But yeah, so the comparisons, there's many of them,
Well, they're a great confidence
I
booster, aren't
know.
they?
But also, like, that's what I love about my business and getting to bring that side of me out because it's always been there. It's never not been there. And I think that's been the thing that's helped grow my confidence too. It's tapping back into who am I?
Yeah.
What do I want to show people about me? And it has worked extremely well. And the beauty of it is I'm not even 2.5 years in. What are we going to look like in another 2.5 years time
Yeah.
or 10 years time? And I am so excited to see what else is going to come for me because this is
Oh
just the
my.
beginning.
I
And
am as well. Like, and to
yeah,
be a little like along the sidelines of it and work with you this year as well
yeah,
as you shoot Innovation Celebration and see you speak. Because I don't think I've seen you speak before. And yeah, it's all exciting. There's so much exciting coming up. Where can people come and connect with you if they want to see what you're up to and come see
yeah.
you speak and all that stuff that you're doing?
Oh God, okay. So the best place to find out my events where I'm speaking, things like that, is my website. So that's ajpsocialstudio.com. My favourite place to be is Instagram, so you can just search for me there, AJP Social Studio. But I am on Facebook. I quite like Facebook and LinkedIn. So just Alice Potter. Come on, we can be friends. I don't bite. And you'll find out everything that I'm doing just from coming into my world from that point. But the most important thing is if you come and find me, like come and say hello, ask a question. One of my biggest values is like approachability. And I think there are so many people in the online space that aren't approachable. I I don't want to be tarred with that brush. If you have a question about social media and it takes me 30 seconds to answer, believe me, I'm going to answer it. So please, like, if you are listening, come and find me. Let's connect. Let's have a conversation. And I'm super like, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm excited to see what else we do together this year and
Yeah,
what happens for you and on our journeys. It's so exciting. So
super
thank you so
excited.
much for joining me. And until
Oh,
next time, watch out for Growing Through It because I'm going to invite Alice to that as well and we'll have another interesting conversation on there. And if you enjoyed today's episode of Strategy, Sales and Systems podcast, then I'd love for you to take a moment to subscribe, leave a review or share it with another business owner who needs to hear what Alice has just shared around the return of investment of confidence. And you'll find all links to my stuff and Alice's stuff in the description, show notes, wherever you're listening to this. Programs and upcoming events in there as well, all designed to help you, from me, simplify your business, strengthen your sales and systems and build all of that to support your life and not run it. But from Alice, it will all help you with social media and confidence and getting you making content that's got your essence in as well. And remember, success doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing the right things in the right way for you, which I feel has really tied into this conversation today. So I will see you soon. in the next episode.